from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. Proud to be here with you every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And always happy to have Coach Q on the show. Quentin Hillsman, the head coach of Syracuse Orange women's basketball. They know who they're going to be playing in their matchup now. Typically we have Coach on Wednesday, but due to practice schedule, travel, and change, we're happy to have him here on Thursday's broadcast this week. As Syracuse found out, they will play 12th-seeded Virginia, who defeated 13th-seeded Boston College in the first game of the ACC women's basketball tournament. Coach Q, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. And Coach, tell us what life is like in warmer weather right now.
I tell you what, we've been inside anyway. We've been preparing for the game and went over to do our advanced live scouting of the game for our opponent to be who is now, to be Virginia. So we've just been plugging along, but it's unfortunately it's still kind of chilly here in North Carolina, man. We have coats down here, man. It's not that warm, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, and I mean, do you see like shrubbery and greenery? Is there stuff that doesn't look like it's all covered in white snow? So.
Oh no, it's no question. There is no snow here, but let me tell you what, it's still a little chilly, man. We have on coats and hats here, man, but it's not snowing, and so I can't take you that far. It ain't that bad.
So here with Coach Q here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. You found out you're going to be playing Virginia over Boston College. They defeated Boston College in the first game. Boston College is a team you won 2 games against this season. Virginia, you were able to get a close contest from and get a victory over Virginia. Just what you could say about the Cavaliers as you head into that first ACC tournament matchup.
Well, their team is really littered with, a ton of top 50 players in the country, top 20 players. They have, 2 players that came out of high school that are ranked top 20. They have a lot of talent, a lot of balance. That they play a style that's really hard to guard when they play off the bounce, and they have some shooters that can get some shots on the perimeter. Yeah,
and we're looking at, some of their shooters. Willoughby was 8 for 15 in the game, and Jablanowski was 5 for 9. Just what your thoughts are. They're starting 5. Everybody scored in double figures except for Jones, who was 1 away with 9 points. Just your thoughts on that. I mean, they don't expect a lot from their bench, but they were able to get almost every single one of their starting 5 in double figures in this game against Boston College.
Yeah, and tons of balance. That's what they have. They are a very balanced team. They can put the ball on the floor and attack you off the bounce. They can also step outside and make some face-up shots. So that's we got to play a complete game, play discipline, make sure we keep Willoughby in front of us. I mean, I think she shot 12 free throws. I think she made it 12 for 12. Yeah. From the line. She really does a really good job of attacking the rim and playing in transition. So we got to step in and take charges and not give her straight line drives.
Yeah, Willoughby in the game, she did have 5 turnovers, but she had 1 block, 2 steals, 2 assists, and a double-double with 29 points and 13 rebounds, 12 of 12 from the free throw line, like you said, and 8 for 15 from the field. Just your thoughts on Willoughby and just what you saw from her in the first game and what she was able to do most recently.
She's a really good player, man. She does a really good job of attacking you off the bounce. She's a very good catch and shoot player. You got to be there on the catch and not give her straight line drives and face up catch and shoot opportunities. So it's one of those games to where we got to have to play good, and it's kind of you kind of don't know when you sit out. You have this bye and the team has a chance to get out and play a little bit first, and you don't know if it gives them a little bit of advantage because they got on the floor and they kind of got their feet wet, or more advantages to be rested. I think I'd rather be rested at any point and have the bye. So hopefully it works out for us.
Yeah, and Willoughby in the first game that you had against Virginia, where you won the game at home 72-68, she had a double-double in that game as well. She was 11 of 13 from the charity stripe, 7 of 15 from the field, so almost the same as what she did against Boston College in this first game of the ACC women's basketball tournament, and then 25 points and 12 rebounds. So, this is her thing. Double-double is her thing. She's good from the inside. She makes her free throws. I mean, just your takeaway is because the way she played against Boston College is the way that she played against you just obviously a few weeks back here in the season.
Yeah, it's no question. I mean, she does a really good job of just being aggressive and playing downhill, especially in transition. So we have to do a really good job of guarding off the bounce to keep her in front of us.
And then as far as your last game against Virginia, what were your takeaways from that game? I know that you had plenty of players play off your bench. You had 6 different players come off the bench for you to join the starting 5. 11 in total played in the game. Just your thoughts on that first game against Virginia where you gutted it out 72-68.
Well, it was just that we had the balance, and we had a lot of players step in and contribute in that game. So we just have to come out and play the way we've been playing all season long. Is force tempo, get into our pressure, attack the rim off the bounce, and give us some opportunities to get some catch and shoot opportunities on the perimeter.
You had 24 points off your bench in that game against Virginia in the regular season. Just what you could say about, those that come off your bench and just what your bench has meant to you and the depth that you have in your bench as well.
Well, they're just solid contributors for us, and that's what you want off your bench. You want solid contributors, players that's going to come to the game and make plays and give you a chance to win. And our bench, they've been really good all year long, and I don't expect it to be any different tomorrow.
Tiana had a double-double in the game the last time you played Virginia, 16 points and 14 assists in the game. Obviously, scoring-wise, the fastest player in Syracuse Orange women's basketball history to 1,000 career points. Just what you could say about Tiana's first time against Virginia this season with 16 points and 14 assists, and just what she does to find her shot as well as find other people and put them in the right place as well.
I think it's about just being solid. She's a solid player. She can create offense for herself, but she can also create offense for her teammates, and that's what she's been doing all year long and pretty much all her career. She's had some explosive scoring games, but she's also had some games where she's really been an awesome distributor on the court. So hopefully she can continue to play that way and play complete games, because when she plays that way, we don't lose.
Speaking here with Coach Q of Syracuse Orange women's basketball, their head coach. Coach, you had the opportunity of honoring, kind of ironically, as you get set to play Virginia, you had Tiana honored at the Syracuse Orange men's basketball game when they played Virginia at home in the Carrier Dome, and being the fastest Syracuse Orange women's basketball player to 1,000 points. Just what you could say about what Tiana has done for this team and what she's meant to you and what she means to the history of Syracuse women's basketball.
Well, I mean, she's been fantastic on both ends of the floor for us, and the biggest thing that we take away from all this is just, our program has really been about our players. It's not about anything else. It's about our players. It's about my staff, and they really work hard for getting the right kind of talent in here, and our players try, and that's what it is. It's all about their effort and trying when they play the right way, do the right things on the court, and all of our success is about. It's about our players and my staff, and they do a great job of just sticking with it and believing. Even when things are tough, they still find a way to believe and to play hard.
I had your international recruiter and assistant coach, Adney Amadou, on the show this week, and obviously he spoke on the team and spoke on Tiana and whatnot. Just what you could say about, Adney, Tammy Reese, as well as Von Reed, and the strength and conditioning staff. We've talked about it before, but just what this entire staff has meant to you and what they mean to the team, not only this season, but in general.
As I've been saying for pretty much all year long, we're only as good as Karen McKinney, our trainer, and Ryan Camillus, our strength coach. Because if they don't keep those guys on the floor, then we don't have a team and we don't have any depth. And I was talking to someone earlier about Oliver Haney, who's our academic coordinator. He has to do his job too, right, to make sure that they're doing the right thing academically when they stay eligible when they play. I mean, it's just a team effort. When you look down where we are right now with our coaching staff and the players that they brought into our program, is really just them having the right eye and the fortitude to really be aggressive and to get the right players into our program. So our success is all about them.
Coach, I know you have more games to play, but 22-7 overall, 11-5 in the ACC, 11-2 out of conference, 10-3 at home, 6-4 on the road, 6-0 on neutral court, 12-4 away from the Carrier Dome when you combine the two. Just what your thoughts are in this season so far, because, I mean, across the line, the numbers look tremendous. They look extremely respectable. Just what your thoughts are as you step into the ACC tournament.
Well, we just want to continue to play the way we've been playing. We want to play well. We want to play with some pace. We want to be able to really impose our will on our opponents with our conditioning and with our pace, and we're going to continue to do that. That's how we play. That's our identity. We're going to get back and play some good half court defense on the back end of our pressure. So we're ready to play, man. We've been sitting around a little bit. I think everybody's getting a little antsy. I know I am. The players are as well. So we're just looking forward to get out there and get ready to lace them up and go play.
The bounce back of this team, just your thoughts on that. Only one time this season did the team lose 2 games back to back. And, every other time there was a loss this season, there was a bounce back to victories, and you won 4 of your last 5 as you rounded out the end of the regular season. Just what you could say about the bounce back ability of this team and just the mental state of this team, knowing that the mental part of the game is such a big piece.
Well, we understand urgency. And, when you lose a game, you don't want to start a losing streak because that becomes a habit. And we talk about, having some urgency, being able to play the next game and come out with a W. And our players have done that all year long. So at the end of the day, all that credit goes to them. It goes to the things that they do on a daily basis and to prepare themselves and to be winners.
Speaking here with Coach Q of the Syracuse Orange women's basketball team, head coach Quentin Hillsman. Coach, you ended the regular season in the top third of the ACC. There's 15 schools. You ended at number 5. Just your thoughts on that and your appreciation for that. Obviously, you have to play this tournament. Obviously, you want to win this tournament. But to be in the top 5 of 15 schools in a conference like this, just what that says about Syracuse.
Well, I really think that it's about one thing. It's about consistency and being a winner. We want to win every year, and that's our goal. Put yourselves in a position to win, and all the credit. I know I keep saying this and it's beating the dead horse here, but it's just about our players, about our staff, about everyone that touches our program that gives us a chance to win. And I'm just very, very fortunate, very thankful for that. And hopefully, in the future we can continue to put a good product on the floor that's going to continue to win.
You're down in Greensboro at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. You've had the opportunity to be there since Syracuse joined the ACC. Just your thoughts. I mean, I was down there for a few seasons as well. Your thoughts on the Greensboro Coliseum, where the men's and basketball tournament, men's and women's basketball tournaments have been held. The women's basketball tournament has been held there more so. The men have traveled to Brooklyn as well as D.C. Just your thoughts on being down in Greensboro.
Well, it's a great place. It's a great place for basketball. State of North Carolina has been really, really good to us and good to our tournament. And so it's a first-class event. And the way our event is ran, and we're the highest attended conference tournament in the country right now at any level. And it's just a first-class operation, and we're very fortunate to be here.
And I do want to finish here with, somebody who we've spoken about before, the woman who gave you your first job, Gina Castelli. Her women's basketball team with the Lemoyne College Dolphins is in the Northeast 10 Conference Championships. They defeated Merrimack College 74-63 at home at Ted Grant Court, and they have a game the same day that you do on March 7th at 7 p.m. against the University of New Haven. Just what you could say about Gina Castelli and what she's done with this Lemoyne College team. That, I mean, you are 22-7, she's 22-5 right now. Just your thoughts on her work over at Lemoyne.
Just a really, really good coach. I've learned so much from her basketball-wise. In the office, just running a program, organization. She's one of the hardest working, people that I know in this business, and she really puts everything into it. She really cares, and I think that you can tell by her teams, the way they play, how hard they play with their effort and their attitude and their attention to detail, how much she cares because teams play hard for her. And what can I say? I mean, not surprised at all that she is where she is. When I was at Siena, we 17-1 regular season conference, won our conference tournament, went to the NCAA tournament. That was my first taste of being in NCAA tournament was with Gina. So, I took that experience on to here to Syracuse, and she's been fantastic to me, and she's been fantastic for me, learning how to be a productive coach in this business.
And you look at the fact that you're going to be playing an 11 a.m. Eastern time game. You played one of those games this season at home inside of the Carrier Dome. Just your thoughts on being the early game. There's games all throughout the day, but your thoughts on being a morning game and just what you have to do to get the team ready for that.
Oh, it's fantastic. You get them ready to go, and that's it around all day. We practice in the morning, so for us, we're up anyway. So it's not a big deal to us. We practice 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning. So this is not going to be a shock to our body. So that won't be the reason. So we're going to look forward to playing tomorrow, whatever time it was. We just ready to play, man. We've been sitting around for a long time, man. We're ready to get it going.
That coming from Coach Q. Syracuse taking on 12-seeded Virginia. Syracuse is the 5, and they will be playing at 11 a.m. Eastern time right here on Thursday, March 7th. Coach Q, as always, we appreciate it. Please enjoy, even though it's colder, enjoy the fact that there are trees that are green down in the Greensboro area, and we look forward to hearing some good news and talking with you soon.
Great, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.